Yes, that's right, folks. We're back with some more anti-Xbox One shenanigans. And today, I don't even know where to start, man. Remember when I brought up all things about traveling and going to places such as nuclear subs? Remember when I brought up places that are just not even half as exotic as a nuclear sub? Just places outside of the region lock release. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to report, and at the same time sad to report, that military bases have been completely segregated out of the Xbox One's market plan. What does that mean? We all know we have military all over the world, stationed in all sorts of places, many of which are outside of the region that the Xbox One will support at release. Not to mention, on that note, there are a lot of places in military bases where the internet is not going to be top-notch or what the required is, whether it be going to some place that has a lot of hazardous storms, like, I don't know, like Iraq with sandstorms, stuff of that nature, whether it be places that are just, for whatever reason, not a first world country, where a lot of military bases for the U.S. and U.S. embassies just happen to be stationed. Whether it be in some places that are just straight up out of the region lock area, or whether they are at a base which requires them not to use up all the goddamn power for useless shenanigans like video games. However, they do like to play video games, thus they do not need an internet connection to do so, whether it be relieving stress, having some downtime, or, just being off duty and, just kicking it old school for a couple of days before going back out there on the daily grind of whatever city or place they may be patrolling, protecting, etc. However, they will no longer be able to be frolicking free and playing the Halos of the world and, playing on their favorite system for their Call of Duty box, or will they be relinquishing their talents of the Gears of War? Now it seems like that Gears of War has become the Tears of War. The Halo has become for them what they would like to refer to now as the Halo system. And then you have the Call of Duty, which is, let's just face it, not even good enough for the real men who are playing the real Call of Duty in real life, because that is their occupation, because they chose to do so defending the very same people who were just taking away freedoms from the gamers. Isn't that ironic? The people who protect the freedoms to even take the freedoms are the people who don't even get the benefit from the freedoms of the damn console itself. That is wow, who would have thunk it, right? But yeah, with that said, Xbox One, not even approved by Air Force One. Okay, that is something else. That is genius, Microsoft. That is, our men and women die for the reasons to protect what we call our rights, and you take the rights away and don't give it to the people that protect them. How ironically sweet.